Podcasting from the Chicagoland area, this is Game On with Jackson Stuart, where we discuss men's lifestyle, focusing on sex, fitness, relationships, business, and more. We'll be interviewing the best of the best, the hot shots, and the rising stars in the worlds of modeling, fitness, cooking, and more. Influencers who are discussing keeping it sexy while at the top of their game. I'm your host, Jackson Stuart. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the game. What if you could be a better player for the cost of one more cup of coffee a month? Get access to a growing library of lit erotica, behind-the-scenes action, and player's guides with tips on drinking, cooking, fitness, dating, sex, and life after dark. Low tier rate while offer lasts. Patreon.com, Game On with Jack. Keep it sexy and game on. Hey good people, sexy people, welcome to another episode of Game On with Jackson Stuart. I'm your host and I want to welcome you guys to the show. Returning listeners, new listeners alike, thank you so much for taking time out to check out the show. I know you'll find something here that you enjoy and something here that will help you level up. Make sure you swing by gameonwithjack.aweb, A-W-E-B as in boy, that page. You can sign up for the new Game On with Jackson Stuart email list and receive the free 15 confidence commandments as soon as you sign up. Also, swing over to patreon.com/GameOnWithJack. You can subscribe to Game On Guides today, 2-tier program, first tier, everything but the kitchen sink, second tier, everything with the kitchen sink and a little bit of Game On After Dark tips and tricks. So definitely swing by, check things out. Tonight's episode is Real Talk, He's Lying, lies that men have to tell. Last week, excuse me, coughing's getting better, people, I promise. Last week we talked about lies that women tell, and it only seemed fair to talk about lies that guys tell. It's a little bit different. I find that most of men's lies, I'm talking about like real men, not dogs, not, no good assholes who lie no matter what, not guys who are trying to get over or manipulate or control, but like good, decent guys. Like even real players have to lie, have to twist the truth a little bit, and typically it's so that the guy doesn't get in trouble for dumb shit, that he doesn't get thrown into the light of accusations or speculation or doubt or that kind of thing. So there tends to be a conception that, a notion that men lie because they're cheating on their significant other, they're stealing, they're carousing, drinking, messing around with the boys, whatever. A lot of times guys are just lying because they don't want to have to deal with some shit when they get home or in the relationship or whatever. It can be a great relationship and the person that they're with is amazing, but there's just certain things that if men answer truthfully, they're gonna catch hell. And we're gonna talk about some of those lies tonight. Right or wrong, this is pretty accurate on what things that guys say that are not true. So here we go. First up, men don't care about looks. Guys saying, I don't care, what a woman looks like, what somebody that I'm interested in looks like. He's lying. Men, like women, like any creature on the planet, has to be attracted to a partner or a potential partner. And, men care about looks. Now, there's two problems with this whole idea. One is that men caring about their partner's looks has been deemed shallow. If a guy is like, well, I want my person to look good, to be healthy, to be fit, the guy is automatically considered just an asshole, just you know, no good, inconsiderate, one-dimensional, dog. But realistically, like, don't we all have to find our partner or potential partner attractive? Like, you're not going to go after or be receiving of a person that you're just not physically drawn to, that you're not interested in touching them or having them touch you or what have you. So you gotta like what you're looking at. And I think it's, it becomes shallow if you mistreat people that you don't find attractive. I think that's the shallow part. But I mean, otherwise, that's just a normal thing. The second problem is that men are demonized so much about having to find their partner attractive that they lie to avoid judgment. So if a guy is, hanging out with his girlfriend, wife, whatever, and just so you guys are clear, I'll put these in heterosexual terms, but this is really just relationship man talk. This could be for a gay man, straight man, bisexual man, whatever. So please don't consider my words to be divisive, because that's not the intent. So, guy is with his lady, and she might say something about, oh well, would you ever have dated this kind of person, even though she's considered really tall or really skinny or really heavy? And the guy has to say, I don't care about looks, because it's a trap. If he says, no, I don't find her attractive, boom, he's going to catch some shit about that. So that's a lie. Next up, men don't care if you've let yourself go. If he says, hey, I don't care, you stop working out, you put on some weight, you don't do your hair, you don't dress up, he's lying. Once again, men, like women, have to find their partner attractive. They have to find that their partner is keeping themselves on point. You see, women can tell their guy, hey, honey, you know what? You put on a lot of weight. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about your health. You're not really trying it at work. You're not going for that promotion that, you're eligible for. Like, women can say that, and they're considered to be nurturing. They're considered to have their guy's best interest at heart. They're considered to be, supportively pushing their man towards evolving, believing that he can do more. But if a guy says this, once again, he's demonized. If a guy is like, hey, honey, you're not as healthy as you were, you stopped working out, you put on weight, you're not really showing any drive, and from what I hear about your job, you're not motivated. Oh man, excuse me, we are considered just the lowest of the low. And why is that? Well, my theory is that men are considered to be less emotionally supportive, less emotionally positive. So if a guy says something that may come from a place of emotion about a woman's physicality, even though he means that, hey, I'm worried about you, or I want you to get healthy, I want you to live a nice long life with me and stuff, we view a man as being unable to legitimately mean that with sincerity. So he's demonized, he's an asshole. So what does he do? He lies. He says, I don't care if you let yourself go or whatever. Oh no, honey, you're fine. Or yeah, he's not going to answer that honestly, because he knows that he's going to catch shit. It's a trap. All these, a good man's lies are to avoid the trap that he believes waits for him should he tell the truth. I'm going to say that again. A good man's lies are in place to help him avoid the trap that he believes waits for him if he tells the truth. Next lie we've got coming up. Men don't find other females around them attractive. Huge lie. Like, look, men are visual, more so than females are. Women are visual too, but men hardwired to be visual in their attraction. You started dating this man. Did his eyeballs fall out? Did he go blind? A man will see other potentials that he will find attractive and will, on a primal level, want to mate with, want to engage in physical interaction with. Doesn't mean he's going to do it. Doesn't mean he thinks about him more than you. Doesn't mean that he's, hey, and this is for, I hope there are female listeners checking out this episode because there's a lot geared towards them. But it doesn't mean that this guy is now like a dog. It just means, you have attributes that he finds attractive, right? It could be your hair, your eye color, shape of your body. You are unique, but you're not so unique that there are not other women out there with similar characteristics. So it only makes sense, it's logical, that he will find other females attractive because there are other females that share your qualities. Ladies, keep this in mind. If you believe that your man is a good man, he's polite, he's thoughtful, he's considerate, he's decisive, he's in charge of his life, he's getting things done. If you find those traits attractive, don't you find those in other men, like coworkers or friends, where you're like, you're like, oh man, like, I really love your sense of humor. You make me laugh just like, Joe does in accounting. Or, I was at the gym today and, I really love your arms and your shoulders. There's a guy at the gym who, has shoulders that remind me of yours. You find that guy attractive. It's just women are allowed to get away with that. Women can say, oh yeah, he's attractive, but I'm with you. Guy says that, oh, she's attractive, but I'm with you. Oh, he's a rat. He's no damn good. Once again, why is that? There is a large component of society, the way that globally, the way that we raise men, now when it comes to emotions, especially emotions tied to any type of physicality, a man's a dog. He cannot be trusted. He's going to go out there and just, fuck everything moving without concern, without care. And it's too bad because men are not like that. Real men. And they're, having to protect themselves by lying through their teeth. Men lie about the amount of sexual partners that he's had. Whatever he tells you, he's lying. Double it. And he's hiding this from you because he's worried about how you're going to react, how you're going to see him. Now, on the flip side, he could be, lying about the amount of partners because maybe he's only had one or two. And that's another thing. There is a Goldilocks number with men and their sex partners that women want to hear. Too high, he's a hoe. He's a dog. He's no good. He's going to cheat on me. He's been around too much, etc., etc. On the flip, though, too low, what's wrong with him? Right? He's inexperienced. He doesn't know what he's doing. Why didn't other women want him? And that is a big deal. If women find you unappealing by other women, why the hell should they get with you? Now, they're not going to vocalize that. It's a very much of a primal, I think, instinctive knee-jerk reaction. Like, if the rest of the females passed on you in the tribe, why would I want to get with you? What is it that you cannot fulfill? You cannot hunt. You cannot, reproduce and carry on the bloodline. You cannot make fire. Like, there's something, that's wrong with you. And if she doesn't want you, why should I want you? But, so if a guy is like, if his real number is like one other partner, he's going to lie about that because he doesn't want to seem like there's something wrong with him. Like he's inexperienced or undesirable, etc. And just like on the flip, if he's got a lot of partners, he's not going to tell you the truth because he does want to be seen as a lech, a no good, a dog, a male whore kind of thing. So, definitely, once again, reasons why men lie is to protect themselves. And I'm not talking about guys that are cheating or scooting around or, doing bad things. These are good guys who are like, I just don't want to hear any shit tonight. So, when he says he was late because of, let's see, traffic, work, he went to the store or whatever, he's lying. Now, whatever the reason is that he's late, it's probably not nearly as bad as you think. He's not stepping out. He's not sitting in a parking lot drinking his ass off. He's not doing drugs or whatever. Maybe he's late because he just wanted to take a break and he's sitting in a parking lot somewhere to, collect his thoughts. He had a rough day at work before he comes home to a bunch of gotta do this, gotta do that. Maybe he's sitting somewhere just taking a breather. Maybe he's sitting in the parking lot. Maybe he's sitting in the garage just chilling out. Maybe he, I don't know, maybe he's excited about that new game that dropped. And he stood in line at the video game store. He doesn't want to admit that to you because you're going to bite his head off because he was late getting home. So he tells you it was work or it was traffic. Whatever it is. He's hiding it from you. Why? Because he does not feel safe with you. And I think that's something that, men don't talk about. Like, we want to feel safe in a relationship. We want to feel safe with a partner. Women want the same thing, but it's almost like we are obligated to make sure we provide that safety for a woman to emotionally, to emote, to speak her piece. Guys, we're not expected to need that kind of thing. And it's sad because men are emotional creatures just like women are. We like to have a place to express ourselves, to be vulnerable. If we don't feel like we can be vulnerable, we lie. Next lie that men tell. He either doesn't watch porn at all or he doesn't enjoy it. Damn, that's a lie. Fellas, if you telling that lie, that's some bullshit. Men are visual. Porn is visual. Porn is built to arouse men, right? It's like designed for us. It's like, I like chocolate chip cookies. Somewhere out there, somebody could make a chocolate chip cookie based off my taste buds that will rock me to my core. It's the truth. And men enjoy porn. Now, different levels, right? Like some guys are like, oh man, like I gotta have this, I gotta have that, or I need to watch 4 hours of it, I need to watch just 10 minutes of it, whatever, but men still enjoy it. It's built for us. So, ladies, you might be like, well, why isn't he honest? Well, because a shitstorm follows the honesty of a man talking about what he likes in porn. If a man's significant other is like, well, let's watch them together, let's see what you like. Very rarely does that turn into a mutual enjoyment that leads to something else. Typically, it turns into a man's partner going, this is what you like? She's the kind of woman that turns you on? I don't look like that. I don't do those kind of things. And now, the man has been vulnerable. And his vulnerability has been rewarded with judgment, with doubt, with accusation. So, what's he going to do? Never going to tell the truth about that shit again. He's going to lie about it. He might say, you know what, this was a one-time thing. Yeah, I'm never going to, don't worry about it. This is my thing. Realistically, when he does watch it, he's just never going to tell you about it. He's never going to involve you in that aspect of his sexuality as a partner. He was vulnerable. He got his hand bit. Never going to do it again. Next lie, he doesn't care about you having money or a job. He's lying his ass off. Same as women are lying when they say the same thing. Nobody wants a partner who has no drive or goals or aspirations. We are all turned on by partners who are driven. Gold is primal. Like, this is the person that's going to bring home the most saber-tooth tiger pelts for the winter. They're going to bring home the most, like, triceratops meat. I know that man and dinosaurs didn't coexist. I know. But when you see somebody with drive, it piques something in you that's like, oh shit, this person's going to, like, you know, we're back to back with stuff. And these goals and aspirations are reflected in having a job, climbing, you know, the office ladder, having money, achieving more money. So why do men not say the truth? Why do men not tell women that they care about, you know, if she has money, if she has a job? Why don't they? Because men get considered cheap, you know, shiftless, not providing. He, you know, why don't he have his own money? Why I gotta dip in the money? Like, and there is a huge expectation in societies that, you know, when two people get together, two adults, and the woman can be making more money than the man, but it's just assumed that the man should always pay for everything. The man must be the ultimate provider. Now, in a perfect world, and, you know, y'all both got jobs, you take turns. You know, whoever's making the most money pays more of the bills and stuff. But there is just this view of, if a man is not covering everything, he's not a man. Men know it. Women know it. Women benefit from it. Women use that to their advantage. But it's not fair. So if a man is ever asked about, oh, honey, like, do you care that I'm currently not working or whatever? A man's gonna say, I don't care. He's lying. Why is he lying? Because he doesn't want to deal with the shit. He doesn't want to be looked at as less than by you, and so on. So that is the lie for that. Next lie, and the last one, and probably, I think, maybe the most important, because it's so indicative of what men go through. When a man says he's fine, he's lying his ass off. Yes, the guy, hey, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, I'm fine. He's lying. Now, men, same as women, are full of doubts, fears, and pain. Like, we're human. And every human carries these things around. But unlike women, men are generally shown that no one really cares. Nobody gives a damn if you feel bad. Nobody cares if you're not fine. Nobody cares if you have doubts. If you have doubts as a man and you express them too much, people look down on you. People look at you as weak. People lose their respect of you a couple notches, even though they don't know it. There's a great Chris Rock quote from one of his stand-up acts, and he says, women, children, and puppies are the only things that are loved no matter what. He said, and then he further goes on to say that men are only loved when they can produce. And I thought, shit, truer words have never been spoken. When you're not producing as a man, you're not loved. When you are producing, people can't stop falling over backwards for you. And that's just the way that men are viewed, you know, and it's sad because when a man is hurting or he is going through something, where a woman can be having a stressful day and cry and people console her, a man can't do that. A man has a bad day and starts crying and nobody knows what to do. They look at him like he's a landmine or a dirty bomb or something. It's like, why can't this guy feel it too? This is not him being emotionally unavailable, but he's simply performing as he's been taught. He's been taught, nobody gives a shit about how you feel. Nobody gives a shit that you feel bad. If people ask you how you're doing, all they want to hear is, I'm fine. And that's what you're going to say. Men really lie out of avoidance, folks, and lack of desire for conflict. We just don't want to have to deal with some bullshit. And if you don't want a man to lie, give him an environment that shows him that he can be honest, he can be vulnerable, he can be at ease. Because honestly, this safe environment is the environment that every player is looking for. Once again, folks, check out GameOnWithJack.aWeb.page, sign up, head on over to patreon.com/GameOnWithJack, and also follow us on YouTube. So like and subscribe, everything. Really trying to push that so I can have good content up there for you guys, and then we're getting subscriptions so you know when new things are posted. Hey, thank you guys so much. Keep it sexy. Game on.